By 2030, fintech market is projected to reach over 65 million United States dollars.
So actually, I have worked on the core backend for a very prominent and well-known bank based in Lagos.
Name drop, please.
I can't. I signed an NDA, so I can't tell you the name. So at that moment, I got to understand how easy it is to build solutions in the fintech field. I got as a MedLab scientist, and as a software engineer, it's only logical to think how you can advance what your parents or your family member is doing with technology.
That's how to build generational wealth.
Hi everyone, my name is Toria Breaks, founder of Potential Pictures, and I'm live at the Founder Space series where I'll be co-hosting this session where we'll be talking about the art of risk, profits, and patience. We're going to be having thought-provoking conversations with my guests, and then at the end of the day, we're going to find out if playing it safe or taking a risk is key to having a thriving business, right?
Hello guys, my name is Josh, aka Mr. J Squad, and I'm the CEO of J Squad Entertainment and Events, and I'm live at the Founders Base. And we're hoping to actually have a really fantastic time talking about risk and creativity. Hope to hear from you guys soon. Thank you very much.
How far can taking a risk push your brand? My name is Uche, the founder of Beyond the Chat Studio. Right beside me, I have J Squad Entertainment, Mr. Josh. And today we're talking about something very amazing. And as well, I have my co-host, the founder of Potential Pictures, Tony Braids. Welcome to this place. So we'll be discussing something very deeply about risk, patience, and profit. Because founders of this time, they think that taking risk is just about doing it for just doing it. You don't know what taking risk deeply means. The advantages, you don't get to find out the advantages before going into any risk, right? So today we'll be discussing about it, talking about its patient side and how it can scale us up to profit. So what's the boldest step you've ever taken in your brand?
The boldest step, yeah.
The boldest step you've ever taken. Starting from 2009, this brand has been growing from 2009. It's really amazing.
I think leaving the UK to come here to establish the business I'm doing at the moment, because it was a bit of I'll see my story if I have to talk about this part, but basically I don't have a different section for it basically, but yeah, I think having to move away from another country to come here to establish the event business, to start up event right from scratch again. So that's one of the biggest moves I've taken, I guess.
Yeah, one of the biggest moves. So I'll be leaving my co-host to talk more about her brand.
Oh, hi.
But I got in pictures. This is Port Harcourt. So what really brought up that Port Harcourt Pictures vibe?
Okay, so nice. So my story is similar to that of our guest. I was born and bred in Lagos, and I relocated to Port Harcourt City 9 years ago, just because I was homesick. My parents relocated like 20 years ago, and I decided that after school, I was a medical student at the University of Lagos. I'm like, after school, I need to come back here and stay because I was homesick. And then I came here, and on my way, I had an accident, and I was bedridden for months. And prior to me relocating to Port Harcourt City, my friends had told me, what are you going to do there? Lagos, babe, the opportunities, what are you going to do in that village? And I'm like, this is where my parents live. It can't be that bad. It can't be that bad. Moreover, I'm from Rivers State. Plus, when I was in university, I used to see that Lagos chances to get a lot of bursary from Lagos State. I'm like, let me come to my house and eat money. Let me come and eat all money. So anyway, that was the plan, to come here and work in one big parastatal and then make money. But unfortunately, God had other plans. And while on the hospital bed on the 19th of March with my left hand, because I had a very bad accident. I had neck collars, I had hand collars, right there with my left hand, I started a page, but I got in picture because I wanted to hide. I didn't want anybody to know that I didn't want my Lagos people to know that I had accidents. So I wanted like a pseudo page where I could just hide and put my thoughts, snap my food and stuff. And while I was there, I also got a cue from India. I've never been to India, but here's the dirtiest place in the world. But guess what? They don't put out the bad things in there. In fact, I'm sure if you were to watch in Nollywood and Bollywood, you pick Bollywood movie. That's it. They promote the good side of their city through their Bollywood movies. I'm like, okay, Tonya, you're going to start this. You're going to start promoting this city one picture at a time, one video at a time, and hence the name Port Harcourt in Pictures, basically to promote the city beyond militancy, oil bunkering, and oil spillage. So it's a very big risk taking. I mean, leaving my friends. It was leaving my comfort zone, living where I mean, I can speak Yoruba fluently, but when I came here, it was a different bug. I couldn't communicate with people here. But I think making that move, listening to God helped me. And 9 years down the line, I'm grateful I relocated to Port Harcourt City.
This is a very beautiful story. From having an accident
To building a world,
to building a
world global
wow.
brand.
This is really amazing. And that's even also similar to what my story looks like.
Oh, nice.
But as a forex trader, I'm a forex trader. I hope you know. I'm a forex trader. And within the 3 years of my life, I've been taking risk. Being a forex trader means that you're taking risk every day. But taking that risk, I didn't know how patient I should be. When I got into the game, I didn't know how patient I should be. I'll just see risk because I see profit in it without having the patience in the middle. But I see risk, I look past the patience, I just jump in, looking for profit. And without leaving the risk, leaving the patience aside, you're crashing. So applying that to a brand, you saw something that is going to, okay, now you are already big in the industry. All I want is just to speak with you or bring you up to my show or do something that is going to make me, not knowing what your presence would do to my own brand that I'm building. This is a very big mistake that people do. You see somebody that, okay, she has a big power, he has a big brand. You don't even know if what she's doing or what they are doing aligns with you. You're just heading to taking that risk on you because of this person is blue, this person can do something really to your brand. So I want to know, has there been any time you made that kind of mistake, not being patient or thinking that bringing somebody up would be a problem or would cost something or would maybe scatter what you've been building since? Have there been any time you made that kind of mistake in your life?
Of course, there have been several times I've made that kind of mistake. I mean, it still happens, but I think I've just been more experienced because in my kind of line, just like you said, everybody wants to be Port Harcourt in Pictures, but they don't know what it takes to be Port Harcourt in Pictures. You don't know that Port Harcourt in Pictures hardly sleeps. You don't know that she works morning to night. You don't know that she can do 3, 4, 5 events in a day. So the thing is that most of us are overjoyed by the success story. We don't want to know the story behind the success story. So we see a J Squad with, for this is my first time hearing he actually relocated. You don't know, he left soft life, he left cold environment to heat.
But this is also soft life.
And for those who don't know, J Squad is one of the biggest when it comes to after party of any event. I mean, he's the king when it comes to it. And I mean,
funny enough, that part of the business started like last year. But I thought you were going to ask me my stories. I was wondering. That's why I said let me leave it for what you're gonna ask me. But I can just start now, basically. So J Squad on itself started like 2009. That's back in uni or so. They're about. I was always into entertainment right from time. I've always been an entertainment person. I normally act. I do like the dramas, act and everything, dance, music. I used to sing and stuff like that. So I was always kind of like in that creative space when it came to like entertainment in general. So back then it started like a dance group. I started like I loved to dance that time. So I remember when I went to school, I formed like a dance group at that time. And yeah, of course. Okay, no, everything like I dance. No, when time comes, you see. So it started like that basically. I remember having to go and like share flyers and like get people to like come, like, and then I remember having like lots of people apply, and then from there it just started like dancing, and then we normally go for shows back then in school and everything, and then from that we now did our own event, and then was sold out, and then I was like, oh, this business is actually sweet though, like people are buying tickets and it was sold out, and I know how much money I was making from tickets. I'm like, okay, John, let me just keep doing this whole thing. And from there we started going to the showbiz thing. And after school and all that, basically, I still had that whole passion. I was still doing acting. I was still like doing a couple of theater productions and stuff. And but then I'm actually half caste. I'm actually half British, half Nigerian. My mom is Dominican, basically. So we always kept on shuffling between but I was mostly in Nigeria. So I'm a British citizenship. So I had everybody that wants to Japa at the point where we're Japa. But me, I kind of felt like if I'll go, I will not stay long. I'll come back. Then after my master's, I did my master's in human resource management, and then I was now looking for a job. I actually got a job in the UK, but I didn't like the company I was working for because they're all old people and everything. I wanted something different. So I applied for some jobs, and then I now got a contact from an agent in China. So I started the job role. It was working for a trading company, completely different from what everybody was saying. And then I went there and I lived there for 3 years in China. Yeah. So, and even while I was there, I was still trying to do things I still like. I was doing events. I don't know, wherever I was, I always have a way of bringing people around, or trying to look for a way to create like this kind of like, I used to have game nights and stuff. People from my home, people come, like all the expatriates from all the different countries. Like I was in charge of the expats that were coming to the country. So most of the time I'll host like game nights and stuff. And then people come in, and then to the point that people are not hearing about this J Squad game night thing. To the point I'll have like 30 people in my house. Because I had a very big house, basically, they gave us. So from there, I'm now opening to like going to do other events like game nights outside and whatever. So I already had this passion. My plan was I was going to come back to Nigeria and still do the business I wanted to do until COVID happened. And then, when COVID and China, that time it was like as if... No, I didn't, but I'll tell you the story basically still. But that time, COVID, like, was like as if you have HIV, that instantly you're going to die when you had that kind of thing. So it was a very scary situation at that time. That time I was on a holiday in Thailand because the Chinese New Year was different from our year. New Year starts like January, February. So when I was on holiday, basically, then the news of COVID was spreading. So I had to not come back I had to leave Thailand to come back to China to try and like hide and everything. So when I got into China, I got a call from the government telling me that someone on my flight had COVID. And that time, it was like, I cannot explain to you that was like a tragedy. Like I was like, more like, you're going to die. That's pretty much telling you that kind of thing. So I was panicking and everything. Then the government came to my house. Long story short, but it was a fever. I packed my load and came. I left. My things were still there. Funny enough, like when the borders closed, I came back to Nigeria. That time, everybody was grooving. Nobody was even understanding what was happening in this thing. So, I wanted to go back because I know I was making good money there. You get, so I wanted to go back to China because I didn't think I was going to stay that long. And then it wasn't happen. Borders were closed, and I said, let me go back to the UK. And I worked in the UK, working for the government, the British government.
Would they think that we can go back?
Yeah, I just want to
happen?
Because I can't get the money I was going to make. Funny enough, the company I was working for, they now like they wanted to now, cause I was managing for the expats and everything. So they wanted to now downgrade me because they felt like I'm desperate to come back into the country. All my things were still there. So like literally, so I now got another offer in Shanghai or whatever, we offered me bigger money. So I was trying to go there and everything. It didn't work out. Anyway, I said, let me go to UK. Let me try. And that's when I got the government work and everything during COVID time. And when I say government work, a good job that you're making good money, you're, comfortable. But I wasn't just happy. I just felt like I've always been this person. I felt like I'm not a 9-to-5 person. You understand? I want to do something that makes me happy. I want to be in a situation where I'm doing something that I'm enjoying what I love. You understand? So I just said like, at the point I said, I'm going to quit and let me actually focus on coming back to Nigeria and starting this my entertainment business. Hence when I came back last year, January. So now I said, okay, let me focus on putting focusing on entertainment business. Like I felt like I had a lot to offer. I've seen a lot of things. I've worked in events around in the UK and everything. And I saw a lot of things, so much potential of things I wanted to bring into Nigeria. And that was one thing people don't understand, is that people are always trying to travel outside the country to go and hustle and whatever. But there's so many things here that you can actually do that can actually benefit you way more than what you're. I know people who have sold their land, their properties, and are cleaning people's nyash in the UK. Care work and everything and all that. That's what people working in mortuaries, people are working at, like something that they'll never do here. They're going to do there for what? Because it's in a different country. You want to feel like, yeah. So I feel like there's a lot of things that you can actually benefit from it. And I felt like I made up my mind, like, look, I want to make it here in Nigeria. Nigeria is a good place to be. Where like, don't know, forget the bad government and everything. Even as this thing, yeah.
What I'm capturing from all these things, all these stories you're telling now about how it started is passion. It all started with passion, and it's still in passion. That passion is still moving you. You still have that motive and the fire in you. I think creativity is a very big currency that people don't look into. What do you think about that?
I kind of agree because not everybody has the capacity to be creative, and like I tell people who work with me, it's not something that just happens. You have to earn it. You have to fill yourself with knowledge. You can't just sit and say, "God, make me creative." You have to earn it. You have to learn. You have to be invested in what you want to do. So for me, I think I was passionate about what I wanted to do, and it has also helped me build my creative. So, and I'm always open to learning. So, there's nothing that I don't have an idea about in this world. So, I keep learning and learning, and I keep learning in every field. So, anything from medicine to engineering to all, I have like an idea. I have like an idea. I have like an idea in anything I do. So, for me, creativity is something that you have to earn, and in everything I do, I make sure that I am different from others. I tell people, I said, God has put idea. I've noticed when you want to do something, you see that somebody else has done that kind of thing. So what makes you stand out is you having that extra spice, that extra vibe.
I mean, we have a Insta blog
So
that can do what you're
do
doing.
what
So
you're
you're doing
doing.
what you're doing before you would get into it.
Let's not even go far. Like he said, when I started, well, when I see new creators now, I'm happy for them because they even have mentors. I did not have a mentor. I used to fly. The only person I had that was close to me was Linda KJ, and I'll just fly maybe once in a while to see her. I was to pay for a conference to attend her conference or attend her distance, fly just be part of her. So I didn't have anybody to even teach me. But what I had to do was think of how I can be different, how I can make it in this same Port Harcourt. It was recently I wanted that Tunde and started the same year with me. My page is going to be 10 years next year. Tunde's page is going to be 10 years next year. And look at how he has blown. But what I did not look at it how Tunde not is going to be. But guess what? If you bring Tunde not in Port Harcourt, Port Harcourt does is still bigger than Tunde and Port Harcourt. So what I've done is I've been able to create my own space. So what I hope to people is you don't have to be everywhere. Just create your own surrounding
Create your surrounding.
and take over that space. Make sure you are the king in that zone. I call myself Port Harcourt Jagaba, not because of anybody, but because I know that this is my territory. So I've made sure that I've earned the trust in this area. And why? Because I've dared to be different. So you see Port Harcourt in pictures, I go for an event, I watch what Lagos, but I don't just go there and just video anyhow. I'm investing in my gadgets. I'm making sure that I'm giving them the standard. So you're coming for an event, you're enjoying the feel from my class. So I started doing live stories for people. I didn't just for you, I started doing live, so you can actually watch an event from my own point of view. Then I started making sure that Port Harcourt events are on the map. So now if you even Google Port Harcourt, you're no more seeing before you Google Port Harcourt, you just see you see what people think. But now being able to try to control the media. So for me, I think creativity is very key. And it's a currency that it's something that's not it's something you earn. It's not something you just get like that. You don't just sit down and pray for it. Even if they pour an item, it's not good. It's something that you have to earn, you have to learn, and you also have to make a conscious effort to make sure that you harness you sharpen your creative horns and let your creative juices keep flowing.
But risking capital into
So it's
it. How are you how is it?
okay. So for me, at first it was passion, but putting capital for my people always. I tell my people, do you think I have money? But guess what? They think I have money because I'm always investing in my business. I see these gadgets, I want to buy it. I may not buy the exact. I may not buy the Godos soft ball, but I'll buy something similar that can give me my work. I'll make sure that at least I'm the best. You don't have to.
Break the bank.
Yes, you don't have to wear a Chanel. You can go to Numokoro and get a small bag. I don't have to buy these exotic mics. I can get a small mic. But what I'm trying to say, start from where you are. Make sure you are the best at what you do. So for me, I think first of all, I didn't start with money. All I had was my brain in all my businesses. But what I was trying to say is that when I see how much I spent, I'm like, where did this money come from? So what I advise people is don't look at the money aspect, it will come, but just make sure you start. Put that foot forward. Trust me, the other leg will automatically follow it. There's money to be spent and made. Another thing is most of us also eat our capital.
Mhm.
Just like him. The way my people laugh at me, they'll see me eating bread, they'll be laughing at me because I put all my money to buy more gadgets. When I'm assessing I'm thinking of how I'll buy this chair. I'm not even thinking of food. I'm thinking of how I'll buy ring light. I'm thinking of how I'll do this. So investing back into your business is also very key. Every money you have is not about when you meet people, also learn to also try and pitch beyond hitting the fish and bullet, try and tell somebody about your business today. So another thing is that some of us are very, very shy. We don't know how to open our mouth to talk about our businesses. So yeah, for me, I don't know whether you're trying to be humble, you're from humility. How will people know about what you do if you don't talk about it, if you don't promote yourself?
This is really amazing. And talking about it, I think this is a very big level of mentality. Kind of you have gotten to the level of interdependent. You're not being independent on any. You're being interdependent. You're already interdependent. That's the level I think you are now, because you get to use things around you. You have people around you working for you. Have people around you because you don't only think on I can do it alone. Really, you put people into what they should do for you. Not only thinking that I can just do this thing alone. Nobody else can do it for me. Let me just do it. But now I think you have that mindset of you throw money into this thing. There is somebody there to control it. There is something there that you can do, or something you already set up. So this your brand now. You set it up, and people get to contact you. You don't get to contact you. You don't get to reach out to people. You don't get to pitch your business. You just display yourself out there. People can just be reaching out to you. I think that's also for you, because talking to her about J Squad brand, she doesn't even need to stress about it. You already know everywhere. But that started from passion. That started from what you wanted to do. That started from your why. That started from everything you envisioned from. So this has been an amazing episode. It has been an amazing vibe, and I've had within the few short minutes we've had here, really impacted in my life. Only speaking with you here, and I want to build something. What is the most powerful step? The most powerful step you would say you've ever taken or made in creating J Squad Entertainment?
Kind of feel like I've said that before, but I think basically, powerful step. I think just doing it, to be honest, because I think it just slightly big what the particular picture was saying. Like initially, like I would never advise anybody to just feel like, okay, based if I have an idea, just abandon everything and just go and do the business. No, like obviously I was planning. It was all on my head. I was planning, so obviously I was trying to save money out because this is what the project I wanted to do and everything. But then the thing, basically, I feel like the big step obviously is doing it.
Would you risk selling your brand to me, or selling, or transferring the ownership of your brand to me for 200 million naira?
No, because I know my brand is going to be way, way more than that.
Okay, so me, I beg to differ. I will. I will because I'm the brand. I can sell Port Pictures to you tomorrow and I'll recreate another brand. You can buy the brand from where you're not the vision, so you may not be able to run it like me. I can go and set up another business that will even
I
outrun and
think they
take
are,
over.
but yeah.
I,
For her,
I was still not
the
saying my
Lord,
brand.
you
Don't get me wrong, like it doesn't mean the fact that I cannot do the same thing, but like is the worth of what I feel my brand is about. And I feel like for example, like I think ours is a little bit difficult. She's more into the strictly into the media, this thing. So her face now, you cannot say, for example, now, if your account crashes now, you can be like, oh, my account has crashed. So see my new account, people now start following. They get back with so you cannot probably set that one up as too quick to open. But my more like to me, it's not an account. It's a business. You understand? So I can't just say I will just say like whatever. It's not like I can't still do. I know it's still me, whatever. But I know what I've made that brand, that name of that name to take. You know what I mean? So uh, And I know how much money I make already from my business already.
Mm.
You get, and I know that I'm not even reached. I'm not
Then
even,
you take
I'm not
that
even
risk.
reached the level of where I want to be yet. So it's not even something that
How can you sell your brand out to somebody else that doesn't even know anything about the business?
it will mess me up because they will spoil the whole vision of me.
But you know what me I said, man? Because a lot of people feel like they can do what I
Yeah,
can
man.
do.
Yeah.
They don't know what. Do you know that he's a dancer? He was telling you truly. Oh, I attended this event and I saw J Squad in the air. I had to look. I had to look at my video. I'm like, I saw what happened. I saw him in the air. I'm like, J Squad. That's to tell you that he is the business. I didn't even know he's. Because I used to wonder how he gets people to dance. I didn't know he's the entertainer. He's actually he was the word. He's the life of the business. So when people think they can take away the J Squad, but you'll never be able to take away their idea.
Or
So this also tell people that don't always feel like what you should do is partner with somebody who you think is doing better than you. Don't always look like you can take over, you can be like that person. And I tell them, I say, if you take my photocopy pictures I get today, when somebody sees my website, I laughed, I moved, I said, oh, that's not even my main source of income because it sees my pathological website. So a lot of people feel like they can, they want to own you because of this. And I'm like, no, take it. If you take everything from me, as long as you don't know my brain, I'll replicate it in 10 different ways.
but I feel like every founder that is building something in the business industry is the business. I think you yourself is the business. The owner of the brand is the business. It's not even what you created.
Yes,
That is you. If your presence is not there anymore,
Some people create a business because strictly of the fact that they're looking at how to make money.
money.
Some people, and it's okay, but personally, I feel like what works best is do something that you love.
Yes.
You get, because then you got to feel like work to you.
Mhm.
You wake up in the morning and then it's literally just it's literally just you just doing something that you're looking at. Every part of your life, everything that you're doing is passion. It's so you're like they no sweeter way to make money than doing something that you
I'm
love.
telling
There's
you.
no sweeter
Look
way
like
to
I
do
thought we
it.
go. I might be sleeping, but once you come for Port in picture, there's an event. I don't call.
Because you could be there, like imagine me, you're paying me to come to a party and have fun. You see most of the party, I'm a drink in my hand, I'm chilling, I'm networking with people, I'm vibe like as if we like let's imagine any party and I see all these other big parties that they invite me to come and then they're coming basically when they invite me, I am coming there and I'm chilling. You're coming for a wedding after party, I am chilling. My people are dancing, and they're vibing, man, they're paying me to come there and entertain, and I'm doing so come on. You get so it's like literally. So my point, like, there's certain things that at first you do what you like. At first you're enjoying it. Let's say you're content creator, you're into videography. You just love when you're just video.
just the vibe thing.
Like even when like and there's certain things you do, like you won't do the extra, you do extra because you know that it's something excitement of what you have with it. But when it feels like work, every single hour is counting. You're like, I can't wait to leave here. I can't wait. And you will not grow in that business. You will never grow. You understand? Because your heart is not there. Your business is not there. That's why I had to quit the job I was in because I felt like I was making money, yes. But I felt like myself continue like this for a very long time. And I felt like the more time I was wasting, the more time I was going to reduce the chances of me actually going into what I wanted to do. You understand? So just do it. Just whatever you feel like you're good at it. If you need training, go for the training. Go and look for a way to make yourself better or be under somebody. Find a way. Nowadays, now AI, everything's there. You can ask questions and everything. Look for a way out. Just do what everybody has what they love. You understand? Just find a way out and just it's not easy. But when you get your footing in,
Building a brand or building something. I mean, is there going to be any time that this thing will ever end? Will it end? Like, will what you're building ever end? Or are you like thinking? Are you like thinking? When I go, but sorry to say this, when I die, what would be of my brand? What would be of my business?
it's a deep question, basically. Yeah. But okay, go ahead.
So I've thought about it. In fact, there was a time when we clocked 6 years old, Pentacle just was running without me. Which is why my other brands that I'm setting up, I'm trying to make it set up to leave it down because let's think about this. I don't think there's any Nigerian brand that is up to 100 years, but you see the likes of Unilever are outliving their owners. But it's just that it's hard with this our trade in Africa when you are the face of the brand and the business. So what I feel is if there are more credible people, it's easy for founders to run businesses effortlessly without being there. But we're starting, we're beginning to build, for us at Butterfly, we're beginning to build up structures where it can outlive you now. There's an event that happened, the LSE event. I was not able, my team members were able to put up a very nice event. So we're starting it, but it's just because we're not credible. We don't have credible people in Nigeria. I mean, we don't see people who handle all of these businesses like
Like your
they are
own.
their own, and I don't know why that. I don't know where that rot came from. So I think we also need what's the word, mindset shift and mentality shift. We need to be able to handle business. You don't have to wait for madam. Madam is not there. Madam is not around. So you do anyhow. Oh, madam has come there. You don't have to. You don't have to put up an appearance. If we have the mentality where is this my business, this is my sister, this is my mother, then you if you handle people's business like that, then if you handle people's business like it's your own, then we'll be able to build brands and businesses that can outlive the owner. So I think it also has to do with mentality because if you as a owner know that if you don't come to work, your people will not come. If you don't follow them, they will not come. You will not be it won't work. So I think it's all aside the owners, don't blame the owners too for not being able to build brands that at least what we also need to each and every one of us needs to also have that mentality that you don't have to think. I mean, what's the word? You have to be be righteous. Don't always think that if the owner is not here, you will not do it right. That way we'll be able to set up more brands that outlive the owners. Because I mean, I'll be happy to see an African brand that can live on. I don't know how old is UBA. I'll be able to see a brand like UBA that's outliving 200 years and all like other brands.
So that we didn't even
There, yes, never involved in acting.
say, get to know that to the really is a little bit UBA back because ah I haven't seen the man anywhere managing this business. It's just people
Just add
put
to
intelligent people in what you're
that
doing.
part. Because another thing is this, for my own secret, I think I also do because right from the beginning, it's also about what Rich was saying. You might get people who come to work and they're coming to work for you because of money. They are like, I'm looking for a job. I just want money. Pay me. I'll go. You understand? And for me, I have fish. I kind of put kind of like a sieving net just to sieve out people who I know that are not doing it because of and they're doing it because of just solely because of money. Of course, money is there. You need to make money. But there's a side of people that you know that you can just tell that their hearts is in this thing. And what I do, I bring them closer. You understand? I make them feel better. I make them feel like, okay, look, this is the project. This is what we want to work on. And when they feel like they feel like they're growing, they feel like they're part of something that they enjoy and they love. When you're away, they will do it automatically because they also love what they are doing. You understand?
Because it's been a lead
Because
drop the ball.
yeah. So, but you can still like be in a situation where you have people who are just there, and it's more about okay, my time has come. Let me do my thing and go. And then you can just tell who is who. You understand? Obviously, in the beginning, you can't get it like that. You have to take your time and assess, and you'll be lucky. Sometimes you'll be lucky to find people that share that want to share the same vision with you and everything.
But what's your time management like? Timing
For what?
for timing things like I called you for something. You just have to look at it. With this much to the time that I want to do this, with this much the time that okay, you have something doing or you have something you want to do for today and something else came up. Would you drop that one that you already have to do this one? It kind of what's the time management like?
Okay, before
Because
now, prior to this time, I used to be everywhere. And guess what? It started draining me. So right now I have a structure. So I don't just do anything in here. I have to plan for it. Because um um if you die today, Nigerians will move on to the next person. If you are there for everybody, I mean there's something that's always telling me you're not ice cream. Everybody cannot lick, everybody cannot have you. So I used to try to please everybody, be at every event, every event, every event. But what I did was I had to replicate myself, employing more people who can be there. And if my people cannot be there, trust me, I won't move an inch because at the end of the day, your health is what matters. At least, are you seeing how young people are actually dropping dead? Before, prior to this time, is when you hear of high blood pressure, usually older people. But now you see young people our age, you see people in their 20s, in their 30s,
passion causes that as well.
running down,
The what?
running passion. Maybe, yeah, 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 because we're overworking, and just like you said,
Everybody wants to work for the paycheck. Nobody's passionate now. People don't want to come and work with you. Oh, yeah, J squad. I don't do my 9 to 10. I want to go home. They don't want to do the extra. They don't want to do that extra thing. And it's not their fault because Nigeria. Where Nigeria is now, they've built hustling spirit in everybody. Everybody just hustling, hustling, hustling. Nobody actually wants to do what they genuinely love.
Nobody.
Yeah, that also
Just majority of people.
and also in terms of that whole aspect, I also feel like again, managing time, like for example now, like my all about the business. Like before the podcast now, someone just called me now. They want something on Friday. Sometimes I'll be on weekend on Friday, someone telling me the next day that they want I'll be in just about midnight, someone booked me to be for after party the next day. And then I have to literally try and gather everything, put it together to try and sort out that aspect. My business works on it, but what I do basically to prevent that situation, I have to prepare in advance. So I have training time when I actually have my team. People don't understand. People just think I just come automatically and does whatever. I have training days. I have days where I train my staff. Almost everything my staff can do, I can do it.
Can anything stop you from, when you have that time to do this thing? Can anybody stop you from doing that? Can anything switch you from what you already scheduled for yourself for the day? Can anything switch you out of it?
Money.
So I have man like Chico, for example. I have man like Chico, and it's on his event. I brought that event for you. I know. Okay, I brought that event for you now, and you have something with the president, right? Now, man like Chico's own. Okay, you see him as somebody that's so dear to you, is kind of tight friend, a kind of close friend, and president is paying you more than what he can pay you on that event. Would you leave man like Chico's own that is your tight person, a kind of in person, and go for the president's own?
So personally, again, my business is not me. It's my staff. You understand? It's my the people that work along with me. I have 5, 6 events in a day. You understand?
So you can actually
I can
roll it
actually
up.
cover it up
That's where I want to get.
comfortably. You understand? So it will not affect it anyway, unless it's about me, my personal presence. You understand? Then obviously it's more about who are obviously the person I feel like I feel like it's dear to me or that kind of situation. So I'll be a situation where obviously we have events and maybe I have my friend who's getting married and I have business that's paying me well. I'll find a way to touch it unless it's completely out of my scope and unless they pay me for my presence and I have to be there. But again, I feel like whoever's close to you don't understand certain things because I even the same. Let me not okay, not okay. Not like anything. But my point is that So my point, like regardless of everything, my team has performed in front of Goodluck Jonathan. Yes, and that was like what, a month ago, 2 months ago, basically. And I know basically, and that the job was literally I was in Abuja chilling. And I tried to sort out something there basically.
Chilling.
Yeah, I also tried to sort out. I tried to establish something there too, basically. And then automatically, in fact, it was the day before they confirmed they made payment deposit of the next day. I was now literally flight out to come to this thing to Port Harcourt, then to go to Bayelsa to go for the event. You understand? Why? Not because I don't feel like I wanted to be there to make sure that look, this is a very big opportunity. I will make sure that everything goes smoothly. You can know that this is the next level. Like, because if I'm from there, it goes to it just takes one person from there to see you and want to push you to the next level. So I know whether you're not, your business cannot be the same when if you're not there, you cannot run you to go, but there's the level of betterness that you have when you're there. There's a level of uniqueness to be when you're there. So obviously it's good. Obviously, you have good to have the right style, but when you have your presence and they call you for that, and you say one of your style there, when you're there, it will be different thing.
Okay, just like for example, okay, they say Zlatan is coming to NSC at least Bull show, and all of a sudden you didn't see Zlatan, you're seeing his boy. You'll be like, what is great?
But that's what he said. So for us, it's not us you're going to see. You're going to see us. It's our services we're offering you. And as much as I know, I previously said creatives should manage their time, but also never say no to any job. I've done 8 events in a day before. What our advice is, learn to delegate. So some of us are very, very selfish and a cargo. So you're making 100,000 in your business. You cannot afford to pay 10K to an assistant to just help you and relieve your pain, relieve your stress. So the thing is, we also know how to delegate. But if you delegate, it's easier. If you delegate and replicate yourself in your, may not be able to replicate yourself 100%, but never say no to any job. You don't know where, you don't even know
what job
which one will blow your business. Now, I was at a conference last week and then lady spoke about how she did an event where what she just created made her business blow. When in the era of virality now, you don't know which event, what you attend, where you go that make you go viral. So never say no, but also create time for rest and create time to delegate. You don't have to be the accountant. I know, yes, but if you're the accountant and the teacher, leave something, leave marketing, leave phone calls to an assistant. Pay the assistant least 10K, least 5K. Delegate.
Once you know, let's get it out. Once you know that your business is bringing you profit already, right? Well, I feel like
If
if
it's
you
not
know,
bringing you,
if it's not bringing, you'll be afraid. But if you can actually get somebody that can volunteer, because there's a lot of people that has the same passion that you have, so just bring them on. Bring them on to, I know you guys have been there. I'm just saying it to people that's outside there. Bring people that can actually volunteer to your business. Not you don't just only go to people because even if you have the money, don't come to people with monetary monetization stuff that okay, I'm going to pay you such kind of amount. Okay, do this for me. Come to people with their what they do that they can do, because you can try to start paying somebody, monetizing paying somebody for doing something for you, and at the end of the day, that person cannot even do it. You understand? At the end of the day, you find that that person is just someone that can even try to volunteer to you, someone that you even teach.
teach.
Mm.
But is that not how most people are? They don't even know the work.
Now
You're teaching them, and they want you to pay you for knowing nothing. That's what they go to.
And you're still teaching the person. So it's better for you, okay, come, volunteer what you can do. Volunteer it for my brand.
Mm.
Then if we see any need, or if we see the need to start paying you, start getting payment. I think that's what most brands out there don't even know. You just employ people, have a lot of people you are distributing your money to. You won't even have that time or even have that sense to put that money in what can build your brand.
That's also a bit risky for me. If I felt bad when you said most brands pay, because me, I like to pay for everything. Reason being that I don't want to send you one. Imagine my J-School. I don't want to send you one day to go and cover a good London event. And you go there, go and dance at the logo for me instead of dancing in reggae and blues. Or you go there and carry my equipment worth of 10 million naira away. So that's why sometimes I like to invest a bit. I know that most times, most people just come and like you. I can't do that, but they can't do anything. So what I like to do is I like to create a balance. Give a stipend at least, then teach you. I won't come one day and see that my equipment worth 10 million naira have moved or left. Or we tell you, come and do firecracker, you go and do balloon, you go and do banger. Because a lot of business people, a lot of businesses have been ruined by managers and by assistants. There was a joke. Sorry, I always say a lot of jokes and funny things. I saw a joke online that they will pay bouncers 10K to manage cars worth 10 million naira. To manage cars worth 100 million naira. But so what do you expect? You put a maid earning 5K. You give her 5K, but you're telling her to feed your children Rice Krispies, Kellogg's. You think she won't carry and give them Gary, carry the Kellogg's and give them Gary to drink? So I think sometimes we also need to create a balance too. As we are trying to get volunteers, also be careful because a lot of people now don't have the spirit of God. Everybody now has devilish mind. So that's also the risk in business. So let's all just try to also know what risk we are able to. If you cannot invest in CCTV to watch your business, just try as much as possible. Give them the list so that they don't tamper with your own equipment. Like mechanics, when mechanics do, you go for brake failure, they will remove your engine. You go for engine, they remove your lights.
It doesn't have a massive one. But I think on the creative part, J Squad is doing a big deal. It's doing a big thing on the creative part.
So is it dancing for us now? Say Trump now.
Well, that bit, but no. So these a kind of a free stuff. If there's any stuff we can say to founders out there to keep up on their feet, just tell us.
I'll just say basically don't give up. Whatever it is that you're thinking about, you're dreaming about, just plan. take your time and plan it out basically, and then do it. Like it might be scary in the beginning, but don't give up. Just keep pushing and pushing. As far as you have the passion for it, as far as you feel like something that you love and you really feel like you know the vision for it, keep pushing and you will get there and you will definitely make it.
Okay, so for me, I think but what I just need to tell people out there is whatever you do, do things you're passionate about, and also don't always what's the word, compare yourself to other people. Be who you are. Like when I started Port Harcourt in pictures, it was painful because I was seeing people making money. I didn't think I could make money, but right now, 9 years after, I mean, there's a reason why they call me Jagaban of Port Harcourt. No be format. It is show, and also there'll be people that will tell you no. Don't be deterred by it. A lot of people, your friends, your cousins, your family will betray you, but make sure that you stand. That's why I always tell people, always know, the Bible even says, write the vision, make it clear. Know your why. Why, if you know your why, nothing will stop you. Currently, I'm doing a business that I don't even see, I only see 15,000 every month from that business. But guess what? Everybody laughs at me, but I know that I keep pumping and making sure I'm investing in that business because I need a digital footprint. I know that in the next few months, when I show people what I've done, that business will blow. So keep pushing, keep doing. Know your why and don't let anybody deter your movement. Know where you're headed to. Thank you very much.
No, Professor in
Mm.
pictures, yeah. What do we expect from you? A lot. What do you expect from you mostly on Instagram?
Okay, so for me, I don't like to talk about what I expect because I'm a very I'm sorry, I don't like people knowing what I do or what I because I'm a very my as in I told my assistant, I said my creativity is, I'm afraid of my creativity. Like what I think in my head, it scares me. What I think, the things I think about, just that's why I've stopped coming out. 'Cause when I come out, when I share, people just water down my ideas. So I like it to be my head. I'll just do it. I won't even tell you. So, but I got in pictures and we're looking at we're going to be 10 next year. And trust me, I mean, when J scored, I'm just saying J scored is just 2 years, imagine. And J scored did a very big event last year. I mean, it was massive. So in the next year, Port Harcourt pictures, we're going to come out. I've been funny, I've never done any event in Port Harcourt City because of fear, imposter syndrome. But next year, we're going to be 10 and we're going to set up a full-fledged media company. And of course, one of the biggest parties in Nigeria. So,
Looking forward to
yeah.
it.
So what should we be expecting from J Squad entertainment industry?
Well,
Anytime.
just bigger events, bigger like she said, basically, like the things in my head. My PA said should tell you the things in my head.
Oh, I knew that.
Because
Oh man, I'm so fed up with Nigeria. I just have to. I won't do.
No, the money's coming in, so we're not fed up.
if I under the bridge, maybe I'll be saying that. But I'm chopping, I'm
That's
chopping the
really
money. So,
amazing.
yeah, but no.
So you all have heard what we had to say today, and for me, I learned a lot of things. I don't know about you watching. I learned a lot of things from this because I love to communicate, and trust me, this communication is one in a million. And I trust that you people out there watching should also copy it down, get some things right for yourself. Know that taking risk is not just about taking risks. You have to be patient while taking risk. You don't have to just you see a business that will give you a profit to just go into it just because you want to go into it, just because you know that this can make you money. Go into business with passion. You know your why. You know what you want to do. Something something that can impact in people's life, not something that can only impact in your life. Because I feel like doing business is impacting in other people's life and rendering services. So get it right. And until next time, I love you all.